Welcome back, everyone, to episode 271 of the Craftverse series. It's amazing that we've come this far. We still have so much more to do. And first of all, I have a road to finish. So we're going to start by placing in these mud brick stairs where they belong. This didn't take as long as I expected it to clear, but it still took a good bit. Now, that's not the angle you need to be at. There we go. So now I have an easy path down, and I must now extend it. But we're going to extend from over here. Because after this turn, it's 14 over. So we have a long, arduous path. Start like right here so I don't accidentally hit the wrong block. This is the internal one. So we can justify going to about here and then doing 2, 3, 4. No, this is the 4. Okay. So we want to do that. And then this should just arc straight across. Yep, okay. Alright. So with this being what it is, let's make sure this meets up properly. Beautiful. Okay, so that being the inside. Yes, okay. No mess ups here. Going to bring this all the way down to meet. No, my button did not want to button. Again. Stop it. Why are you not wanting to button? You were doing just fine. Thank you. It's hard to focus when I feel like something's jabbing me in my ear. Sorry. If you wanted to watch somebody a little bit more professional, I would suggest Hermitcraft. I, however, am just a person. Flaws and all. So this arcs this way. And then we break that one and this one. Pop those in. And then we just clear this all the way down to meet the other road. And then we can fill it in and add in light posts and then the lamps. And then path it all up and then we'll be good. Oh sure, now you want a button. Nice. Perfectly done. I won't need any more of those, so I can just grab the light posts and the lights. Just going to go ahead and extend this out. Actually, I kind of do want to extend this over. So before I do that part, didn't mean to break that one actually. Just to keep the rounded out theme going. Now that that's in, let's go ahead and break all of these extra lights. That being exactly what they are, is extra. Breaking the grass while we're going. Don't need you. Don't need you, or you, or you. You, or you. Apparently I can't go in a straight line to save my life. Perfect timing to be putting the lights in with the sun going down. Skipped one. Skip two. Out of this entire path, I skipped two. That's not bad. You don't get to be there anymore. You don't get to be there anymore. You don't get to be there anymore. That one's far enough away that it's fine. Alright, that's the last of the posts. Now we can add the actual lights. Don't actually need that one there anymore. Less animations required, so less likely to get lagged out. done. All right, let's get a bird's eye view of this one. That is a nice large area. It's almost a football field, to be fair. And now I have cordoned off spots that I can put actual buildings next to. So if I was to make another farm, I could stuff it into one of those buildings. Like that entire tower is an entire farm. That is a farm. You wouldn't think that that's a farm. This is pretty much the only build in here that doesn't have a function aside from just being me. I could fix that, but then I would have to go inside myself, and who wants to do that? That's just weird. Let's see if we can't get a better visual of the place by going up here. Now that road system looks good. I am quite pleased with that. Over here, a little less so, but, you know, it still works. I'm kind of tempted to cut this off a little bit more and have just that straightaway go. Because the rest of that's kind of unnecessary, to be fair. But it doesn't look terrible. And those serve as little arrow markers to say go that way. Eventually I'll get around to building the super smelter and everything else. But I have to get a nice visual for that. If you'll notice, speaking of visuals, I have replaced all of the podzol that was over here finally with grass, and replaced the grass that was underneath the fence posts with that podzol. I'm considering swapping out those fences for pale oak, just so it contrasts better with the podzol. But honestly, it doesn't detract too much, so I might just keep it. It's a lot of fencing to have to replace because I'd have to go all the way around to at least that side. And I don't know if I'm about that, to be honest. I just don't know if I'm about that. So we'll see. But this still does need to be moved. And I think it's finally time to get that job done. So this needs to move one more block outward. I'm going to need to add an extra layer of stuff underneath it. Okay, so I need to go grab some of those materials real quick. Yeah, one block outwards, perfect. Also, while I'm down here, I'm going to mention I have some frog friends that apparently have gotten themselves stuck. I have Manny and Grover, because I got them while building the portal structure for the mangrove swamp, as well as adding in the new farm, but we'll get to that shortly. It's finally time to get this mess resolved first. That should be more than enough, but if I need to craft anything else, I'll go ahead and grab these just to be safe. Speaking of safe, them being in that block means they're not going to get hurt because it is just a water source block, so they should be good. I don't actually need any of these materials, so I can put them away real quick. have since finished my business with that. That is slabs, this is stairs, and this is wall blocks. And then the dirt. I have a lot of dirt. A lot of dirt. Okay, that actually empties my pockets significantly, which I'm cool with. Right. Now we can get to finally fixing that build. So we're gonna go ahead and grab that. Put you in. Oh, that one needs to stay. Okay, noted. Now we can break this section out. Okay, you're going to be put right there. You can stay there. Flat piece. Perfect. Now we just remove all of this, except for the very top, which will be removed after. Chew. I'm going to cheese this by putting you there, you there. And now we just remove the rest of it. That gets put there. Okay, pop you out. Chew. You now go there. Okay. So you come out. Really? Okay. So now everything else can just get removed. Gradually replace things as I need to. Okay, good. That needing to be what it is. Do you need to be what you are? Yes, you do. Those in there. Fix the core. Chimney all put back together. Yep, now I just add these. And we're good. Everything has been moved over one. Now I have to do it one more time. Actually gonna try to do this differently if the wings will cooperate. Which is a big ask. You need to be moved over one whole set. Alright, now everything else can just be moved. So now I know where everything else has to go. Okay, you actually get moved. With that one installed, it's fine. Okay, that's no longer going to be lit down there. Really want to break much else. Okay, so now what I want to do is that, so I can put you there. Start getting these where they need to be. Fully conceal you. Grab that before it despawns. Pull this back. that should be concealed in the wall. There. The rest of this can now be put it past it. I have been meaning to fix this for months, and I'm just now doing it. Ah, so much better. Let's make sure this is the same on both sides. That actually needs to be sunken in one more. So I shouldn't be able to see this from here. There we go. That should be all good. Now with all of this maintenance done, let's go update our maps. We're going to start by updating the one that's in the mega map room. I actually want to update this real quick. Now you see how those are centered now? That's the way it should be. Okay, so I need to grab this one, this one, this one, and this one. Nice, one clean flight shot. Let's come back out here and replace these, and then I can do the same thing with the one in my house. Nope. Those will gradually turn into grass, but that is the pathway that I have currently. Lots of spaces, pretty decently sized for builds. Alright, let's go back to the main house, grab those, fix that, and then we'll go for a flight through the nether. Okay. Same path. So you have to make sure all of your maps are up to date, especially when you have that many in a tightly confined space. And any of them that double up contradicting each other will cause the game to have issues. Now I just need to update this. Luckily, I should just be able to do from right here. Yep, that's been updated. So much better. Right, that is today's progress. Well, this week's progress. I'm quite happy with that. Let's go for a quick nether flight. Oh, actually, I have to do something when I get there, so I got to go grab some materials before we go there. So I'm going to do that between episodes, and I'll see you next time when I show you the farm that I built off camera. Dun, dun, dun!